Hello, everybody. We will give everyone a couple minutes to hop on here and then we can dig in. Bear with me here. I also have a house full of children, so I'm outside, so if they come running by or something, just ignore them. Also, it may rain, so I may walk inside randomly. I don't know what's going to happen. Just bear with me here. Get everybody muted. Get the chat pulled up. So as we go through this, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, please just comment in the chat and we will kind of do our best to kind of go back and forth and answer questions as you guys have them. Awesome. I'm trying. Okay. I'm hoping that my messenger is not just like going off every freaking 5 seconds as I try to share my screen. Okay. All right. So welcome to the team call. We wanted to do this call. Basically, I'm just going to add like a little disclaimer, okay? Like, Kate's ready for it. Okay, if you're sensitive, if you are easily offended, anything along those lines, just please go into this call knowing that we're not talking directly to you exactly unless I say your name. Maybe we are, but I'm not going to admit that. Also, don't just bear with us, okay? Like, we're doing this to move you guys forward, to kind of get you out of this whole thing that we see like new coaches doing often. None of it is to pick on you. None of it is to tear you down or discourage you or anything like that. Like, this is basically just to kind of help you grow as a new coach, okay? Kate's taking a picture. Everybody smile. So again, if you're easily offended, please just brush it off, okay? It's not directly towards one person or the other person or anything like that. It's just, in general, we want to cover things that we see new coaches doing, that we did as new coaches, that we regret. You know what I mean? Things that, my God, those kids. Mackenzie, I'm going to beat a monster. I'm on a call. Listen, Mackenzie. I'm going to mute myself so I can bust some ass.
All right. So like she was saying, this is not at any one person. This is basically at ourselves. We were in a tattoo shop a couple of weeks ago, and we were like thinking about, because whenever we get together, we talk about business. Like, hands down, we talk about business. I got you. Go murder some kids.
They're good.
So I'm just telling them where we came up with this idea. We were in the tattoo parlor, and we're literally just laying there. You know, I'm getting tattooed, and her and Shandy are over there messaging and snapping and shit like that. And we're like, what can we do for a team call to get everybody pumped? And I was like, why don't we just go through everybody's profiles and be like, oh, stop doing that. Oh, take a better picture than that. Oh, do this. Oh, do that. And we kind of got to thinking about it, and we're like, yeah, we could totally do that. And then we got to thinking, there's no way we could do that. We'd lose an entire team. And then we thought, what if we flipped it back on ourselves and we're like, hey, what the F were we thinking? Like, how in the hell did we become successful doing what we used to do? And it's because we saw the error of our ways. So do you want to kick us off, boss? Or, I mean, you totally disappeared, so I just take over if you want. Good, I'll do that. All right, if she gave me screen sharing power, I'm going to go ahead and share with you. Okay, so I became a coach in May of 2015. And basically 60 days, not even 60 days after I started coaching, my whole world got turned upside down, and I lost a job, and my husband went crazy. Are you going to mute people? And it was just kind of a nightmare, to be honest. I loved my life, and it just wasn't the same anymore. So I have a lot of traveling pictures. What I'm going to share with you is what I started posting, and I don't know why it skips from December 2014 to December of 2015, but that's what it does. So we're going to start there. So, hello, Shakeology selfie in the car. Raise your hand if you've ever done this. Do not wait for life. Do not long for it. Instead, be ready to roll at a moment's notice. Kate, get dressed. We are going to Colorado because we can. Superfoods in hand and the cheapest gas yet at $1.85. This day is going well. Enjoy your snow, Midwest. Let me tell you the story behind that post. We went to Colorado so the dude could buy pot. We went to Colorado so the guy could load up on his own personal medications and shit like that because he couldn't buy it in New Mexico. I refused at that point to look at our bank account because we had sold everything, and everything that was coming in was based off my Beachbody income, and it wasn't much right there. I was a newly Diamond coach. I don't even think I just had gotten back from the Diamond retreat in San Diego. I did not want to be in the car going to Colorado. Like, we did not go on a hike. We did not go out to lunch. We literally ran up there for a marijuana run and came back home. So I had to, like, what the hell do I post about? I made my shake before I went on a freaking marijuana run. Like, it's ridiculous. So when you think, like, my life has nothing interesting to post about, I could have posted about a lot of interesting things right there that would have completely derailed my business and my relationship even faster than it was derailed. I'm not going to lie, these views did not disappoint, but they also didn't get a whole lot of love either because there's no story behind it. Because I was a pissed off wife in that car, like really pissed. And my business was struggling right here. It was not doing well. Workout posts, I've always been, posting my workouts. These are terrible pictures. Terrible. The lighting's awful. There's no story behind it. What else? There's multiple pictures. You will rarely see me do anything at this point that's not either a single picture or a side-by-side. Like today I did a post that asked people what they thought about a black and white tattoo versus a watercolor tattoo. And I had it set up in PhotoFi where it was my actual tattoo that I have that I want this thing over it. And so it was 3 different images, and it was just too busy. People want clean. People, their eyes are attracted to one beautiful image. And so that is, you will rarely ever see 3 photos from me. I barely even post photo albums. And so I was doing that a lot at this point on my journey. I was posting, 6 and 7 pictures of hikes and things like that. And I never do these things. Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Without any prompting, ask your husband these questions and write down. I would never do that. They do that with their kids. They do that with husbands. They do all that. Leave that stuff. No, that is not going to boost your business. That's just time wasters. I'll go on for a little bit longer.
I want to just add, making an engaging post is fine. Like, you want to do engaging posts, just, like the tattoo and which outfit and things like that. But the ones that are like copy paste, like post this or you're going to hell, like all that stuff, like stay away from that. That does not move your business forward whatsoever. It's not engaging. People see it and it's annoying as hell. So continue.
Totally agree. This selfie picture, I remember exactly the day that this was taken. My husband had a lot of medications that he thought he needed, and they cost a lot of money. And so we had to go to multiple pharmacies at least twice a month to try to get like the best deals on his drugs. And I was livid. Like, why do you need these things? Like, just eat healthy. Stop drinking soda. Stop drinking 18,000 cups of coffee a day, and just work out. Like, just heal your body from the inside out. Like I preach on social media every day, and instead literally spent 6 hours in the car driving all around Santa Fe, New Mexico, trying to find off-brand Valium, off-brand Xanax, all of that kind of stuff. So it was not a happy day. I went to the flower shop in the grocery store so that I could have some color in my photo. Otherwise, it would have been another Shakeology car selfie. That was my life at this point. So more hiking pictures. This was a good one. I really did like this one. So we'll read it, and then I'll pass it over to somebody else. And then I've got some of Sam's too, because she's got a headache. All right. So what's wrong with this picture? Nothing in reality, but in my head, there is a ton wrong here. I have worked out almost every day for the last 7 months. Jeff only the last 7 days. I eat way more veggies and drink no soda compared to the gallons of Coke, Dew, and candy this man shoves down his throat. He's cleaned up his act habits since the gluten diagnosis, like, for that long. So what am I getting at? Why are we pinching our love handles at 8:30 on a Monday? Because you shouldn't compare your fitness journey to anyone else's. It won't make any sense, and ultimately it takes away from your end goal. 7 months ago, I would have literally been mad at Jeff for this picture. I would have told him how unfair it is and probably would have quit working out for a day or two to sulk. But after running these challenge groups and becoming a part of this fitness community, I have a different perspective on everyone's individual journey, especially my own. If you need help starting your journey or getting past a plateau, I'm here for you and would love to share with you. Like, that's me. That's me being completely and utterly real. Like, I could not stand it when he was skinnier than me, but it's a drug addict. Like, my perception was totally whacked, like totally whacked. And so not only has this community helped me in that moment, it's helping me today when I'm going through these posts to share them with you. I'm a pretty big freaking wreck. I didn't realize how much this call was gonna like not be cool for me. But it also just kind of reiterated that this is a journey, and there are good parts and there are bad parts, and we want to find the silver lining of all of our parts, all of our stories to share. We want to find the silver lining, and I'm really proud of myself for doing that in these kind of hard times. So I'll go ahead and pass it off to somebody else. If you guys want to come back and see more of my shit, you're more than welcome to.
Anybody want to stick around to see Kate's shit?
Not what I meant.
Point out the fact that, you know, a lot of times in the beginning, like, it's kind of just all this fluff, right? You're doing Shakeology posts, you're posting workout pictures, you're posting flowers, like all this stuff, and that's fine. Like, that's okay to post about, but not every single post. You know what I mean? Like, at some point you have to open up a little bit. You have to kind of share your story a little bit, as any aspect of your story, whether it's super uncomfortable right now and you can't really talk about it, or there's like pieces you can share, whatever you can share it. Like, you have to become relatable. You can't just be that coach posting Shakeology selfies and workout pictures every single day, because that's not realistic. Just gonna share this again. I posted it in Luxe yesterday, and I just want you guys to save it, to write your own. Like, I challenge you guys to write your own. Like, who are you as a coach? New coaches, the majority of the time, they're posting what they think new coaches need to post about. And 9 times out of 10, those things that they're posting about aren't what coaches should be posting about. 9 times out of 10, it's the me show, right? It's fitness and meals and selfies all day long, right? They're not adding any value to their following. Now, if you look at the coach that posts more about their journey, they're talking about fitness and food and family and kids and nature and hobbies and fashion and traveling. And I mean, you can go on and on and on. So I challenge you guys to make a list. Make a list of the things that describe you. Make a list of things that you're passionate about. Make a list of things that that drive you and that motivates you and that you enjoy, and your hobbies and just all these kinds of things. Like, those are the kinds of things you need to post about every single day, not just the same Shakeology selfie on repeat. Okay. Because let me tell you something, especially on Facebook, I guarantee the majority of you are working on Facebook right now, especially on Facebook. Sorry, the lighting sucks. I had to move in because it started to sprinkle. The majority of you are doing Facebook. And right now, how many, like, on one hand, I don't even have enough hands and fingers and toes to count how many different multi-level marketing companies there are right now that are just all over Facebook, right? You see them every single day. You see the lashes, you see the gloss, you see the leggings, you see the everything, right? And all they're doing is spewing products all over social media. That's it. They're vomiting their products everywhere. The last thing someone wants to see is Kate holding that Shakeology shaker cup in a picture. That's the last thing people want to see, okay? So we have to get to a point where we're branding ourselves more than we are Beachbody, okay? You are branding who you are, what hobbies you have, all those little things that we listed. You're branding that, not the products. You're not holding up it's not the same anymore because we have Beachbody On Demand, but you're not holding up your DVD set and saying, oh my God, I can't wait to work out. You're not holding up your Shakeology bag and saying, oh my God, I can't wait to drink this. Like, asking me about it. Here's my link. Here's 25% off. Like, we don't do that shit. Okay?
Stop posting the pictures of your BOD screen too. Oh my God, it makes me want to like bore my eyeballs out. Awful.
The best way to share what we do is to do it yourself. Okay? The best way to share those workout pictures, those videos, to share about the workouts is to do them. Record yourself doing the workout. I don't care if you're not where you want to be fitness wise. I could give two shits less. You need to share that because people need to watch that now, because in a month, in 2 months, in 3 months, they are going to firsthand witness your transformation right in front of their eyes. And that's what people need to see. People don't need to see the cover of these DVDs or the screen of your bod. They need to see you doing the workouts. Okay. I'm over it. No. Lisa, this is your time. So Lisa used to coach. She was a coach on another team for a while. How long were you a coach on the other team?
Unmute her.
Almost 2 years.
2 years?
Under 2 years. Yep.
Okay. Tell me, I'm going to just kind of drill you for a second. Tell me what you accomplished in those 2 years as a coach.
Well, in the first 6 months, I should say in the first 2 months of being on this team, my Success Club numbers were higher than the whole 2 years on the other team completely. Like, I sucked so bad. I did everything you are not supposed to do, and nobody followed me. Nobody wanted to see, they knew I was a coach, but I did the product pictures. I did the, I never showed me. I didn't show my family. I didn't show my struggles. They knew nothing about me. They just knew that size was going to be on sale, or, if you buy this challenge pack, you get Shakeology for $10. And nobody wanted to sign up because that's just gross. That's just gross. I don't blame them.
Will you, do you have a screen share option where you can show? I'm going to make you do it because people need to see it.
Yeah. All right. So I can share?
Yeah.
I have 2 bad ones. I have 2 from when I was a coach before, they're so gross and I'm so embarrassed. But then I have 1 from today. So you can see like the difference on what not to do and what to do. All right. What do I do? Oh, I have to put you guys down first, right?
There should be a little button that says share screen on the bottom. It's green.
Yep. Desktop.
Yeah.
I think this one. Did that work? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's one.
Screams, hello, I'm a Beachbody coach. Buy from me.
You see, one picture has my face. That's it. Just one. Like the other one, it's like Pinterest. That's all I see is just, it's not me. It doesn't show who I am. It doesn't show why they should use the products, or, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing it. I'm just like, buy my stuff. So that's just gross. So that's one. Do not do that. I mean, look at my coach opportunity one in the top. It's the one next to Autumn. That's my coach opportunity, join my team post. Oh my God, that's so gross. All right. Here's another one. See the Shakeology picture? I mean, it's all stuff I got from the Team Beachbody site, and I just downloaded it and pasted it, and I thought people wanted to learn how to make recipes for Shakeology to buy it. I thought that, Autumn's pretty good looking. They would want to buy her, 21-day fix just by seeing her, but nobody did, because that's not being a coach. That's being a salesperson, which I'm not, which is why I didn't do well. But then we have today over here,
which all of your pictures
isn't the best, but I mean, every day I do the video of me working out, and I do I used to do 4 and now I do 2 because I thought that was too busy too. So one side I have different moves from the workout, and then I have a still shot. But what I post about is what I list, this is from Instagram. So my description of myself is what I post. So I said I'm a vegan. I say that I have anxiety, thyroid issues. So I'll do things like that. I'm a mom. I'm a special needs mom. So I try to do my kids, do food that's vegan. I said I love wine. So of course there's a vegan pizza with a glass of wine. So I just show them I'm a real person, and I also show them the transformations. And that's huge. Huge.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that. As embarrassed as you are.
That's gross.
You can click, you might have to hit stop share at the very bottom. There you go. Perfect. See, I think that, again, people join as coaches and they're so used to seeing multi-level marketing representatives of every kind in their newsfeed, right? They're seeing these people every single day, whatever company they're with, it doesn't even matter. But what they're seeing every single day are those salesy posts. They're seeing people posting about sales, and they're seeing people posting about their products and about all these things that are available. What they're not realizing is the people sharing that, I guarantee, are not that successful in whatever business they're in because they're sharing like that. Okay, so you may see all this bright and shiny stuff and they're posting a ton and maybe they look like they're doing awesome, but I guarantee you if you talk to them, they're not doing so awesome because of the quality content they're sharing, the quality of content they're sharing. Does that make sense?
Can I make a point?
Yes.
Too, for me, from the other team and from this team, was when I looked at people to make connections with or new people, my mindset was more, how do I get them to buy a challenge pack? Where now it's, how do I get to know this person and how can I help them? So that totally, that's where my posts come from. I'm thinking, what can I provide for somebody who needs help to get them to ask for it, as opposed to just trying to, hit Success Club.
I love that. I love that. Kate, do you want to share some of Sam's stuff?
You got it.
Sam's been, am I on? Yeah. Sam's been a coach since, I want to say late 2013. So she was one of my first diamonds that popped. So she started not long after I did. And so it's kind of been fun to watch her difference in posts and stuff like that too. It's kind of been interesting.
Okay. So these are some of her old ones. And like Lisa was saying, a lot of stock images. This is obviously not Sam. This is obviously not Sam. No, not her family, not her dogs, not anything. It was just stuff from Pinterest, basically. I mean, you could even see the pin it thing right here. I mean, that's not what I want. Okay, and now this is Sam's new stuff. She's a PIO teacher up in, where is she? Western New York. I'm guessing an eclipse picture. Looks like the sun to me. I did the eclipse memes, and I got 8 shares out of all of mine. They were good shit. And this is her bloated pic. I read this the other day, and I was like, oh, I should do something just like that. And I realized Sam and I wear the same clothes on the exact same day. So she was wearing her Calvin Klein leggings, and I was wearing mine. And they show the bloat hardcore. So I almost did something. Actually, I think I did do something like this in my bathroom. where I showed like I want to do my workout 0%. So we had the same idea right there. She has pictures of Sailor all over her Snapchat, all over her Facebook. This was her income post about the type of toilet paper she buys. She doesn't care how much her toilet paper costs now, thanks to coaching. And she used to buy very cheap toilet paper. So coaching not only helped her get into the best shape of her life, but it also is very hygienic. So that's a good post. This is the one where she's getting back on track. And so she's got her bananas and I'm guessing almond butter because she's not a peanut butter freak like I am. And then it was her and Harry's 3-month anniversary. So it was, you know, her relationship. Like, she didn't send me anything like to say about these posts. I literally follow Sam every single day. I know what's going on in Sam's life because of her post. It's not like I mean, I do talk with her quite a bit, but we don't talk about our Calvin Klein leggings, and we don't talk about the fact that Sailor's a good snuggler, or the fact, you know, like she shared this post in Luxe. That's why I saw it. But, you know, the coaches that you really see taking off on this business, you follow them. And I've followed Sam since our diamond retreat. I know I look at her and I even like copy the verbiage on a lot of her posts and make it my own. My Shakeology post today that I did on Facebook, I got it from Raina's Instagram yesterday. I flipped it and made it my own. She said that it's her secret sauce. Well, it's my secret sauce too. But for me, I told people no for 6 years. And now I drink it every single day, you know, so you just kind of flip those back and forth and, you know, make it your own. So follow the coaches that are doing it right and learn from them and take it and run with it. Like, I would never see 3 different photos posted on Sam's page. I just wouldn't.
Sorry, I'm getting my stuff pulled up because I want to share.
Okay, I can keep going if you want. I'm good at this.
You are good at this.
Fishing for compliments.
Going to log into something here right now. If I can remember my password. I did. Okay. So I'm going to share. I want to go to. Let me turn on the screen share. So when I started, I didn't have anything. Like, I mean, I had a personal Facebook page. I had maybe 400 friends on it. As a new coach, I was like, okay, I should probably open a like page. I should probably, you know, maybe open an Instagram and start dabbling in Instagram. So I did. Okay. I want to share with you right now my like page that I opened as a newer coach. Not even the same person anymore. So this is my like page. It's not public right now. I've deactivated it. I haven't deleted it completely because I wanted to use it for this exact purpose at some point in my business to teach people what not to do. But I want to go back, hopefully, to like way back. I don't even know if you can see on here how many likes I actually even had on it. Does it say? Not very many. I think I got to the point where I had like, I don't know, I want to say like 5,000 people on it. But those 5,000 people, this is my point, were the same people that were on my personal page. So I literally opened a like page just to not annoy people and not have my posts on my personal page. But turns out the same audience that I had on my like page is the same exact audience I had on my personal page. So what's the point, right? I need to get this off so I can see where to. I'll just go to mobile uploads. I think it's because it's not active. I can't do as much as I wanted to do. Okay, so let me go back as far as it'll let me go because I want to show you just what I did in the beginning. And it's kind of cool. I don't know if you guys have Time Hop, but it's fun to see Time Hop because it'll show me like 4 years ago today I posted this and I'm like, oh my God. Why did I post that? So like every day I'm like, oh, cool. I did good a year ago. I did great 2 years ago. 3 years ago was okay. 4 years ago, what the hell was I thinking? Like, it's crazy to just see the progression as, you know, I've grown in this business. One thing I want to point out is the fact that you aren't going to see me posting pictures with like bright colored frames around them anymore. Like, I'm not going to post a video that has neon green outline. I'm not going to post, you know, I honestly, and even, and some coaches to this day do that. I'll just stop here. Put words all over their pictures. Like, I wouldn't do this right now if you paid me. I wouldn't do this right now if you paid me. First of all, that's not an attractive face. Like, why would I post that picture? Like, second, like this, a collage with I love Tony Horton, I wouldn't do that anymore. Like, I mean, just some of these are decent posts. And this is a year or two into coaching, I think. So this wasn't even the beginning of my coaching. But if you'll notice, it's a lot of memes. It's a lot of stuff that I scrolled through Pinterest and saved off. Some of them look like my meals, but they're not even my meals. Like, it was a lot of just, I was posting to post. I didn't know who my audience was. I didn't know who I was trying to reach. I didn't know who was even watching. I was literally just posting to post. And all the words all over it, all the colors all over my pictures, like all the, like this, okay. And again, some coaches do this still and it's fine. Just don't freak out. But like posting the words and the memes and the graphics all over your pictures, like to me, that looks tacky. It looks cheap and tacky. And what I would rather see is you holding your plate with good lighting, you know what I mean? Like sharing whatever you're eating without the distractions, without the font all over it, if that makes sense. It's a common thing that I think a lot of coaches do, but more so
Slow down.
No, I'm trying to get to the bottom. I'm trying to get to the bottom so I can
be sick.
Sorry.
I want that bacon too.
I know. How about that bacon? So I've always eaten bacon. I'm trying to get to the very beginning. I should have probably done this before. We're taking screenshots. But like, look, a little collage with a cool pink outline. Like, no, that's not attracting anyone. If you go to my page now, let me just compare, shall we? Like, you go to my page now, I do share quotes. I did get this off of Pinterest. I do scroll Pinterest still, and I save quotes and things like that I like. But 9 times out of 10, those quotes that I find are the actual captions to my photo, okay? They're not blasted all over my pictures. You're not going to see me writing scripts or writing quotes all over my pictures. You're not going to see a transformation with a hot pink outline. You're going to see simple, clean, pretty posts, honestly, with good lighting. Like, you're not going to see a double chin. You're not going to see these awful angles. You're not going to see, does that make sense? Like, clean, crisp, especially if you're on Instagram. Your pictures have to be on point if you're on Instagram. You can't have a collage of 4 different pictures. You can't have a frame with hot pink writing all over it. You can't have, just a cluster of pictures just to post. You have to have a purpose behind it, and it has to have good lighting, and you have to just make it pretty. Like, your pictures have to be attractive, okay? They can't be like this. Literally shared this. No. Okay? Oh my gosh. Like, literally can't believe I did that. I'm getting closer to the beginning, I swear. But you can look through. I mean, all this is all in my like page. Like, look how many memes and quotes there are. Like, I don't even know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking. I just want to share it all with you. Shakeology picture. Perfect. Oats. Another meme. Do you get the point? Seeing what I'm doing here? Sorry. I wish I could scroll down further. It's not going very fast. But my point, you guys, is to just, I don't know. I think making that list, like I talked about earlier, making the list of things that you're passionate about, make the list of things that drive you and things that describe you, and post about those things. You don't need to post to post. You need to post to be intentional and to specifically draw out certain people that are following you that you actually have something in common with. Again, you're trying to find people who look, think, and act like you. Now, if all I'm doing is sharing memes and stupid pictures and things like that, I'm not going to attract the right kind of people who are going to help me build this business. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to go to the chat. What do you do if your Instagram isn't good enough, but you're like 600 posts in? You keep going. Your Instagram isn't going to, you guys, this is what I did for literally 3 years. All these. This is literally what I did for the longest time. You keep going. You start today and you change what needs to be changed. If that means going through your Instagram and deleting pictures that look salesy so it cleans up your profile, then do that. But you can start today. You know what I mean? Like this terrible lighting, awful filter from Instagram. You can't even hardly see my face. Dedicate, like that's so cheesy. It's cheesy. People don't want to see that. People want to see clean cut, attractive pictures. They want to be motivated. They want to see you, not just Shakeology. There's another Shakeology for you. Not just Shakeology, not just your workouts, but they want to see your life, okay? They want to see your life. This is a decent post. Again, I used filters way too much, okay? People want to see your real face too. But just, I mean, random stuff throughout your day, your clothes, your outfit, like your nails, your food, whatever you're doing currently at that moment, like mix it up and I don't know, just engage with people. So quote pictures are okay, then I may have misunderstood this for the whole question you talked about any part of the picture. No, okay. You're gonna hear 100 different things from 100 different people, 100 different opinions, okay? From my experience, this stuff that you're seeing on your screen right now, that's tacky and salesy. More so tacky, unless you're like, it's $160, which I have done before, okay? I think, especially if you're on Instagram, the words all over your pictures, the frames on your pictures, none of that is okay. I think it looks cheap, honestly. Cheap is probably the best word to explain it, okay? I think it looks cheap, and I think it looks like you're just trying. I think that if you switch and you are focused more on just sharing your journey and sharing clean pictures with good lighting and just your day-to-day life like this, I think is way more attractive than the other, if that makes sense. When you found your groove, do you recommend writing your post ahead of time? When you find your groove, I don't know what you, I don't know exactly what you mean, but I don't like plan my posts or anything like that. My posts usually are all of them like spur of the moment, kind of like a what am I doing right now type thing, like this and that was my food and this was what I was doing right then and that was my food. And I share a lot of food just because I'm not able to work out right now, and most people struggle with nutrition, so I focus a lot more on sharing my nutrition and the coaching opportunity and things like that than I do the fitness side of things at this point. If I were able to work out, you would see a fitness video every other post on here pretty much.
I think that when you talk about finding your groove, I think that post inspiration strikes at any point in your time of day. And my notes section of my phone, it has call to action post folder. It has a Shakeology post folder. It has an income post folder. It has all of those things. And I even copy and paste other people's things and put it into those folders so that if inspiration doesn't strike, that I still have stuff that struck me before. So I really think that just being aware of not only your thoughts, but other people's good content and storing it right here at your fingertips is huge. It's something that I call on all the time.
And I do the same. So if I'm scrolling through like Facebook or scrolling through Instagram and I see a post that I like I'm screenshotting it, and I'll make it a point to at some point down the road, not the same day, not 5 minutes after that person posted it, but at some point I'm going to kind of try to recreate that post. So in my camera roll, it's like, it's all pictures of like things to post. It's like samples of posts and stuff other people have done that I really liked and were, caught my eye. So yeah. Raina, did you not get much engagement from these photos in the beginning? Did most of your business come from private messages? Yes. I don't think I got more than what? No, because it's about to storm. Go back inside and I'll be done in just a little bit. In the beginning, sorry, Lord, I can't even take it right now. Would post all those kinds of stuff. No, I'm pretty sure the majority of the time I got, let me even look. probably 20 likes at most, I would say. That one had 9, 10, 11, 12. So, and that was consistent. That was from the time that I started as a coach. I have a post that I've actually shared in Lex before. Like, it took like 3 years for me to get like over 100 likes on a post. And it was a long time, but it was because I was posting this kind of stuff. It wasn't quality stuff. It was just like memes that people can find anywhere, basically. But yeah, the majority of my business in the beginning came from private messaging people and in cold invites. I would do call to actions pretty consistently, not probably as often as I should have, but I did do them. But they usually would maybe get a couple comments, if that. So it wasn't a lot of engagement through my posts.
Do you want to have Addie share a couple of hers?
Yeah, is she on? Good.
I think so.
Somebody asked if they should do a like page, and I say no. First of all, I'm just going to say that now. Like, I did one in the beginning, and I shut it down. I don't even know when I actually shut it down. It's been a couple years now that it's been inactive. But I think like pages are a huge waste of money, first of all. I think the only way to grow them is to pay for ads, which good luck figuring that out, because there's not a coach in this business, I think, that has mastered an ad completely and totally. If you have one, should I shut it down? You can. I have, so my other one is actually active. And I have more followers on this. This one's been active for about 2 years now, I think. But I'm literally pasting the same thing from Instagram to Facebook. What? Kinsey, I said no. Please listen. I'm on a call. I love you. Please go. I post the exact same thing to both platforms, but it's because I'm not active on my personal page as much. So I'm still just active on Facebook here, but I don't do ads. I don't do anything different. Like, I'm literally just have it there as a landing page for people if they want it. And yeah, somebody said they quit theirs because it was paying too much to boost it. Yeah, I just don't see the benefit of it. And honestly, Facebook isn't what it used to be, and it's not. It's flooded with network marketing companies, if I'm being honest. So at this point, I do more on Instagram, and I get more from Instagram. And I recommend people exploring other platforms, not completely shutting Facebook down, but definitely explore other platforms, because you're not going to grow the business you want to strictly on Facebook. Addie, do you want to share yours? Let me turn my screen share off. Where's she at? Is she on, Kate? Can you hear me?
This is bedtime, so, oh, sorry, I'm muted. No, I'm not.
Is she on?
I don't think so. I guess she's doing bedtime. She asked me what she needed for it, and I told her, and then she didn't show up. That's not like her.
Okay, let me look.
I'll message her.
Do you have any questions about anything? You have to have questions. I know you do. Your profile, first of all, make sure it's a profile picture of you, not your dog, not your cat, not your kid, not your truck. Okay. Your cover photo needs to be attractive. I don't know if you guys have looked through the photo albums on, let me turn on screen share again so I can show you guys that really fast. Just in case you guys haven't seen it, because I know. Makeover samples, like your profile. I screenshotted some people's profiles that I liked, people that had profile pictures of them, people that had good cover photos. And this, if you're on Facebook, this is what, like, an example of what your profile should look like. Okay. Make sure that it's your face on your profile picture. Make sure that in the background it's showing some sort of something, just explaining you. Like, it doesn't have to be health and fitness and family and faith and all this stuff. Like, it doesn't have to be that. I think these are a little dated. Like, this is a great one. Like, I just Trey's not even with the company anymore, and he's actually not that great, but just an idea. Sorry. Just an idea of what your profile should look like. Like, it's clean cut, right? It's clean, it's pretty, it's attractive. People go to your page and they're like, oh, what does she do? It's not a truck or, you know, kids playing in the dirt or anything like that. Like Facebook is your business now. Instagram is your business now, and you have to look the part. You have to kind of get over the fact I like this one too, just because it shows what he's about without being like health and fitness and faith and future and like that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Okay, you're not allowed to go off the driveway. Okay. But yeah, does that make sense?
PicMonkey is how people create this stuff. PicMonkey is complicated and tedious, and you just have to spend time working on it. But once you do figure it out, you're going to be able to do a lot of cool stuff. Brittany Leggett has a really good YouTube video, and all you need to do is literally Google search Brittany Leggett PicMonkey. It'll pull it up. She'll walk you through how to do everything on it. And then you're going to be like, oh my God, that looks so easy. And then you're going to pull up PicMonkey. And I used to have a really old computer when I started coaching. Like, it was an old ass Lenovo, and PicMonkey hates old computers. So if you have an old computer, then it's not going to be easy for you. It's not going to be simple. You're going to be pulling your hair out. You're going to have to start over. It won't save it right. You know, blah, 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 blah. We've all been down that road. Like, now that I have my new computer, I can do PicMonkey in half the time that I could with my old computer. So just FYI. Or you can totally just find somebody cool in Luxe that knows how to do it, aka Olga Morris. And I made Raina do mine when I first started because I got so frustrated and she thought mine was so terrible. And she sent it to me in like 5 seconds.
Like, I'll just do it for you. Oh my God.
That's what you did, yeah.
Yeah, PicMonkey's fun, and I honestly still use it for everything, like our recognition posts, like all the time. So pull up, you can Google anybody. There's a ton of coaches that have tutorials for PicMonkey. Brittany Leggett and Katie Hafner both do really great tutorials. But yeah, so it's super easy. You just have to play with it and get used to it, just like everything else. Somebody said, I share myself and my kids pretty equally. Do you think sharing them too much is bad, or is it sharing a story of my life? I usually relate it back to how I can be home with them as a coach. It depends on how you use it. Now, if you're posting, you know, your workouts and you've got your kids running around in the background, I think that's awesome. I think that's going to help you relate to busy moms who use that excuse of kids getting in the way of them actually being able to work out. So do that. But if it's just literally your kids every single day and like, oh, JoJo's eating pie at the count, like, no. Like, this is your business, right? So you have to think of these posts as, you know, is this going to move my business forward? Okay. Okay. So yeah, it just depends on how you use it, how you use the kids. Like, I don't post a lot about my children. They're at this awkward age where it's not really cute anymore, right? They're like 9 and 11. Nobody wants to see them at 9 and 11 just talking back and stuff like that. And honestly, it's not my brand. They aren't my brand. I am a mom, but I'm not attracting. It's not my job or my intention to attract moms. It's my intention to attract just women in general, mom or not. So it depends on your demographic. It depends on who you're attracting, who your audience is, and what you're specifically posting about. Should you not have photos of you and your family as profile pictures and cover photos? I recommend the profile picture be you, specifically you. If it's you and your husband or whatever, that's fine. But I would prefer it to be you because it is your page and your business. And your cover photo, you can incorporate your family into it, but just a family picture in the background, I would say no. I would make it a little bit more specific to you personally.
And if you're thinking, I don't have any pictures to post, I don't have as good of pictures as Rainer, I don't have as good of pictures as the people in the photo albums in Luxe. Neither did I.
I didn't either.
We didn't have those, but now we look for opportunities to take them. When there's really good lighting outside, I'll literally take my Shakeology shaker cup and set it up in different areas in the yard and take pictures of myself and use the timer. And that way I have it for call to action posts. If I feel really skinny in the morning, then I'm going to go upstairs and use the big full length mirror to take a few pictures. You know, like, you just kind of seize the opportunity, and you've got to think like a coach. You've got to think like, when's the best lighting for me up in that bathroom because the shades are always pulled, and different things like that. And how do I block that overhead light because it shines in my mirror selfie picture, and like, can I stand differently? Like, just so many different things. It's not easy. That's why it takes time. That's why she's 4 years in. That's why I'm 2 years in and still, like, I messaged my friends today and I was like, oh my God, everyone on Facebook hates me. I can't get more than 20 likes. Like, what the hell is my problem? Like, that's just the way it is.
It happens. Somebody said, as a new coach, I literally am eating, working out, and then working Beachbody. Sometimes I feel like I have nothing exciting to post. So let me just go back to something really fast. I want to introduce you to one of the most boring people in the entire world, myself. Kate's nodding her head.
No freaking joke.
Okay, so literally the lighting was good. Cue the selfie, okay? Literally this morning, I have a thing for graphic t-shirts, and that's part of my thing. Like right up here, it'll say graphic t-shirt order. Like, so I'm constantly posting pictures of my t-shirts. I'm eating. I saw the solar eclipse. Meme. I'm drinking. I'm working. My kids are being nuts. I'm reading my personal development. I randomly did a cool post for the UK because we're going international. A meme. I'm eating. There's my dog. Transformation picture. Cool t-shirt. Food. Work. Meme. Work. Food. I am one of the most boring people in the entire world.
Even when she's not sick. Like literally, even when I went out and spent like 4 days with her in Colorado. The coolest thing we did was hike one time. and we didn't even hike down the mountain. We just hiked up the mountain, and then we were like, screw this. We jumped in the back of a truck and it took us back to our car.
You're not supposed to say that.
and then we went to eat at Red Robin.
Yes.
And that was the most exciting thing that we did.
Doctor, eat, t-shirt, eat, work, doctor, t-shirt. Like literally, you guys, it does not take this super intense, exciting person to run this business. It doesn't. It literally just takes a person who is able to take their surrounding, whatever it is, wherever it is, and make it interesting. Okay. You would look at my post and be like, oh my God, she's like the coolest person in the world. But I literally eat off of paper plates and I literally sit here and work all day. Okay. If my food is not on a paper plate, it's on a glass plate, I scooch it onto a paper plate afterwards so I can like bring it outside and eat on it. Like, I'm not an interesting person, but I make the most out of every single thing I share. Okay. Every single thing I share. And it's repetitive. And it's the same thing often. You guys, when I was healthy and I felt good and I was working out, I shared my workout video every single morning, second post of the day, like without fail, every single day. And at some point throughout that journey, I was like, I wonder if this is getting annoying, like seeing workout videos every single day over and over and over. When I stopped, when I got sick and I couldn't work out and share that, people literally direct messaged me and said, I miss your workout videos. Because that's what they followed. They followed those workout videos because I gave them something for free until they could commit to me full-time in a challenge group.
Yeah, I literally have people say that they do the same moves that I show in my workout videos. Like I ask them what they're doing for their fitness now. They're like, oh, well, I just do the moves that you do.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's not a complete program. I only show 4 moves max.
Yeah.
And if you're doing workout videos too, I suggest a minute, no longer. I used to post like 7-minute workout videos, and I'll go live still. If you go live while you're doing your workouts, I would suggest anywhere between 7 to 10 minutes, and don't make that all about working out. Olga is my FAQ queen. She'll research the hell out of FAQs, and she did find somewhere where corporate said 5 minutes max with the trainer's voice and the actual moves and all that kind of stuff. So I try to do about 5 minutes of working out live, and then I'll talk for 5 minutes or talk for 3, or open it up with talking and then finish up with the workout or something like that. My live videos, they don't get a lot of likes or comments or anything, but I do talk to a lot of people in private message that like those. So
and that's the thing, guys. Like, people aren't always going to like and comment on your stuff, but people are watching. They're seeing it. If you go to your videos and it says like 243 views and you've got 2 likes on it, 243 people have seen that video and just aren't talking about it, aren't liking it, aren't commenting, aren't posting on it, but they saw it. Okay. So don't get discouraged when you are posting these things and you're like, so and so, I don't have like a million likes on my pictures. I don't know how I can't work the bit. Yes, you can. You keep going. Like none of us started with this special like into Beachbody. Like none of us started with like network marketing experience or social media experience or any of that. Like we literally learned as we went. We posted shitty posts for years, right? And then gradually learned how to change that. And it works. You just have to be intentional about it. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments. Yeah. So who else? What other questions? Can I answer any other questions or any of the other, you guys want to touch on anything else or add anything or what do you think? Did this help? How many feelings were hurt? Raise your hand. Kate and Lisa. Good.
They don't matter. I did see one comment on the thread that said, "Hey, could a veteran coach like look at my page and give me some feedback?" And honestly, what I would suggest the most is to find somebody that's at your I don't know if level's the right word, but find a success partner. Like I talked to Addie probably 2 weeks ago and I was like, what in the heck is up with my posting? And she's like, yeah, it's kind of boring. She's like, yeah, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I looked at hers and was like, yeah, you're kind of whiny. And like we're just a little bit more, it's easier to talk to somebody that's your peer rather than somebody that you're going to take their advice and it's going to like totally change your business, because nothing's going to totally change your business in a week or in 2 weeks or in a month. It's got to be a process. And if you, like Addie and I started that process in December of 2015 together, we can see trends in each other's posts which mirror each other's lives, and we're like, your kids are really getting after you or getting onto you, aren't they? You should probably share that you're excited that they go back to school. And then she's like, well, I feel like a bad mom if I say that they're going to go back to school, I'm like, well, you shouldn't feel like a bad mom. And then we have that kind of conversation. So a success partner is huge when it comes to revitalizing what you're putting out on social media, because they know the inside workings. If somebody were to come to me, like Sabrina, if Sabrina came to me and said, Kate, look at my page and how can I make it better? I'd be like, hey, use better lighting in that photo. But that's not really, she knows that, she knows that I'm only going to tell her stuff that she heard on this call. Whereas with Addie, I know that 3 girls went back to school and Linus is probably like totally soaking up all the mom time that he can get. And that's what her, income and work posts need to be about, is being able to be present with him while still being able to get the other girls off the bus and to school. So, like having that success partner, I think we probably mention it on every single call. It's really a big deal.
Yeah. And if you're looking for one, just post in Luxe. Like post in Luxe, and the first person that comment back to him, message him, and talk to him. You know what I mean? Like find people that you can connect with and that you have similar, like you're in a similar stage of life. Addie and Kate aren't even in a similar stage of life. That's what's funny, is I would say like find a success partner that's in the same area. Like no, like. But Kate's good for Addie because, she can straighten her shit out, and then Addie can pull the mom card and be like, Kate, what the hell are you doing? Like, it's nice to have those people that different, being in different places too.
And I've had 4 different success partners than Addie, and like I'll probably have other success partners that aren't Addie, but Addie will still be like one of my bestest friends in the whole world. And that's really what you want out of a success partner. You want somebody that you can tell everything to.
Yeah.
Everything.
Somebody said, should I clean up my profile that I've had since 2009? What kinds of things do you keep or delete? So when I started coaching, I went through and I deleted a lot of photo albums of girls' night May 12th, 2004. Like, just like stupid crap like that didn't move my business forward. Yes, I definitely cleaned out that stuff. And did I need all those pictures? No. Like, I just deleted stuff that, like, it was all, me drinking or me out or, just things that I kept some of my family. I kept things that were about me. You know what I mean? But just the unnecessary stuff, I definitely cleaned out my profile. I don't know if anybody else has done that, but I definitely did.
One thing I did too was I put that feature on where people can't tag you without you approving it.
Yes.
Because things will show up and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's some frightening things from 2004 that someone finds and tags you. So now it goes into that. I don't know how you do it. I forget how you do it, but you approve or not approve.
Yeah, and I have the same thing because there's a lot of people that'll like share stuff and it's like stupid videos or memes and things like that. Like, you don't want that on your profile either. Like, that again does not move your business forward. Anything on your profile you should think, does this move my business forward? Is this benefiting my business? Because it's a business now for you, not just fun. So I definitely recommend turning that on. Like, I have to approve every single tag, and sometimes I'm like, oh, that's cute, but no, hide from timeline. like thanks for thinking of me, but no. So yeah, I definitely recommend going to the settings and turning that on.
I've had people comment their MLMs on my page.
Yeah.
Like in the comments, you should try this. I'm like, no, delete.
Do you know how many times people have been like, oh my God, have you tried Young Living for your ulcerative colitis? And I'm like, ugh, shut up. Like, all the time. So yeah, like, it's the most, have you tried yes. So yeah, I totally get it. But definitely, I mean, yeah, like that sort of stuff is distracting. Like, it's not moving me forward in any way. You know what I mean? Sam looked at my Insta page yesterday and said I was doing everything right, but I'm not getting much action. Depending on how long you've been a coach, time. There are two things: quantity of what you're posting, and another quantity of how often you're posting and how often you're sharing. But the other is consistency and time. Like, you can be a coach for 6 months and probably not have a lot of interaction. I want to find that picture I posted that shows my likes and stuff like that. I'm going to look really fast as I'm talking. Because it's pretty, like, I didn't get interaction for a really long time, you guys, in the business, a really long time. And there are a lot of people who sign up and they're like, okay, this is going to take off and it's going to be amazing. I'm doing amazing. And I'm going to get a ton of likes and a ton of interaction on this post. Or maybe it's a post you spend like 3 hours on and PicMonkey, and then you post it and it's like, wah, wah. Like, nobody likes or comments or does anything. Like, it happens. It totally happens. But you just have to keep going. Like, you have to know that everything you're sharing is going to pay off. I wish I could find it. I don't know where it's at. Might be in Luxe somewhere.
Oh, I remember that one on a closet, 400 likes on a closet post.
I mean, it was ridiculous, but it showed like in the Luxe, and see if I can find it. But it showed like, in the beginning, I posted like workout stuff and this and memes and all this stuff. And I'm like spending so much time on these posts where I like get ready to post them, and I'm like, surely this is going to get like a shit ton of interaction, right? Like, this is going to be awesome. And this is going to be the post that explodes my business type thing. And it does nothing. You know what I mean? Like, nothing happens at all. Yeah. Somebody ask something else while I look for it. Who else has a question?
Hey, Raina, I remember you did a poll on how many call to action posts people were doing.
Yes.
What was the result of that? Or like, what's the correlation? Like, the more, because I've seen some coaches who are successful and they're post about it like almost every single day, several times a day, some once a week. Yeah. Did you look at that to compare like what does better?
I was looking at it to kind of see, one, who was actually responding and what their results were. Like, most of the people that commented back are people who probably aren't where they want to be in the business, but they were also people who were like, I do them once a month, or I forget about them, or I don't do them, or whatever the answers were on there. So for me, it was like, it was an eye opener to kind of see, where are you at in the business and how many call to actions do you do, and relate that back to one another. Because there's a lot of people who, again, are not doing them as often as I would recommend that they do them. And their business shows, you know what I mean? It definitely shows. Like I always tell myself, if I scroll on Instagram and I don't see a transformation picture, which is usually my call to action pictures in the entire screen of my, I can't find it a lot. In the entire screen of my Instagram, then it's time for me to post another transformation picture and a call to action with it. You know what I mean? Like if you pull up your phone and your entire phone is covered with your Instagram pictures, if there's not a transformation picture visible in that one little slide, then it's time to post another one. But I post them probably once a week at least, sometimes a couple times a week. And I have forever. I've done that since the beginning. Like I did call to action posts pretty frequently as a new coach.
Because I'm almost wondering if I'll get more likes when I'm not asking, reach out. You know, I wonder, because then when I'm asking often, then I'm noticing I get less engagement. And so then I have less people to message, hey, are you on a health and fitness journey? But I don't know if that's correlated or not.
Well, in the beginning, my call to action posts got shit. They got nothing. No likes, no comments, like very few likes and comments if they did get anything. But I would get a private message, or I would message people that did like it and message them, and they'd be like, you know, what do you mean? That conversation would go from there. It's just now, I can just now post a transformation picture and get a ton of responses 4.5 years in. You know what I mean? But you have to do it. If you guys haven't read Jab, 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 Right Hook, get that book and read it. Because
I don't believe that.
Sorry.
I
do believe that,
I know
Kate.
you do. I know you do, but it like bored the
But I swear that book changed the way I do my business. It really did, because it's the idea behind it is to jab, jab, jab. Those jabs are your workout videos. Those jabs are your food pictures. Those jabs are your I'm at home working and having this freedom type posts. Okay. So you're jabbing, jabbing, jabbing all week long, and then you right hook, and that's the call to action piece of it, is that right hook. If you're not doing those jabs, that call to action isn't going to mean anything. You know what I mean? If you're not sharing your workouts and sharing your food and sharing the business opportunity and what it's done for you, then the right hooks are not going to be as effective as you want them to be.
And you don't have to read the book because she just told you what the book said.
But you should read it anyway because it's good. It is good. I swear. I read that book and I learned so much about Instagram and Facebook and just the social media platforms in general. Like, it was a game changer for me. It really was.
Okay.
Go read Your Power of Now, Kate.
You mean this one? You're the one that told me to get it.
Okay.
You didn't even finish it.
Oh, that's funny.
I think that personal development books like that are better for some people to be able to speak to other people. I don't think that learning about social media platforms and how they, you know, algorithms and all that kind of stuff when you're a starting out coach is really topics of conversation, and it's going to get you to open up and see that. I can understand if you're in the business 3 years and have all those platforms.
I read that book like 2.5 years ago.
You read it when you made me read it when I was in New Mexico in December of 2015.
Yeah, and I probably read it, it's 2017. So it's been 2 years. Okay. Yeah, you're old. It's been 2 years ago that I read that book. But I'm going to tell you, like, again, everybody is wired differently. Everybody responds to training differently. Everybody, you know, whatever. Like, for me in the beginning of the business, I was motivated by not reading like books like I would read now, like telling me that I'm awesome and telling me to dream big and like telling me to visualize and all this stuff. Like, I laughed at that stuff as a new coach, because for me, I was like, I'm good. I just want to know how to be successful in this. So I dug into training videos and I dug into books like that. And The Marketing Blueprint was another book that I read that taught about social media. I wanted to know how to make the most out of my time and to make the most out of my posting and learn how to master those kinds of things, because I knew, you know what I mean? Like, and everybody's different. Yeah. And it helped. It really did. And now I'm to the point where I'm like, okay, I've got that down. Now let's work on my effed up brain. Okay. Like, so, I mean, wherever you are, whatever stage you are, like, some of you may benefit from jab, jab, right hook. Others may need the more personal development type books versus learning social media books. You know what I mean? So yeah, with that being said, Everybody needs to get that book and everybody needs to read it. Okay.
You can have my copy.
Will you sign it and do a giveaway? Kate said, should you put the word coach in your Insta name or Facebook name? I switched mine so it does, but I wasn't sure. I say no. I say, like, if you go to my profile, it'll say fitness and nutrition coach. It doesn't say Beachbody coach. My Instagram does not say Beachbody coach. I think that too many times people in America, Canada, wherever, see the word Beachbody and they are like, oh my God, another one of those companies, and they run away. So I do not recommend putting that as your job. I don't recommend putting that as your title. I don't recommend naming your like page Raina Odell Beachbody Coach. Like, do not do that.
Addie's on if you want to have her share her stuff.
Okay, yay. Go ahead, Addie. And yes, there are call to action posts in Luxe.
What?
Sorry.
Huh? What?
I hear you now. You're very quiet.
Is that
Sleeping
better?
monsters.
Hold on. Let me move to the table.
You're good.
Okay. What do you want me to show? What am I doing?
Talk
Come on,
about
late.
just what your beginning phases as a coach and like what you regret or what you would have done differently or changed or things like that.
I didn't realize it till I scrolled back through, but I was a post sharer.
I forgot to mention that. That's a good one.
Yeah, I was a post sharer and I didn't even realize it, but I like shared all kinds of those like weird quizzes, you know, like what kind of Disney mom are you? And, you know, all of those goofball things that you think, oh, that's not a big deal. But like you just said a minute ago, it totally shows up on your page and affects how it looks. So I did that a lot. I was really awesome at putting big, fat, colorful words on my pictures. Oh, here, I've got some doozies. Do you want me to show them?
Do it.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's see what we've got here. Okay, I'm going to save the really special ones for the end. Well, there's this one, the old, here's my challenge pack in a box.
Yo.
We've all done that one. Shanti with no shirt. This one is a beautiful big words with a lovely border. And at this point in my life, I didn't understand the importance of having a good phone with a good camera. And I also didn't know to wipe off the lens. So if makeup was on there, that's how my picture took. Cool, huh?
I didn't know that until we went on the diamond retreat. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody clean your phones. Everybody
Yes.
clean your screen.
And get up off the couch, because look at that awesome glare on Crystal's face. Like, if you're going to show The Bachelor, let everyone see that it's The Bachelor and not a big shiny sun streak in the middle of your TV. The photo quality here is outstanding.
Look at that one.
What are you wearing?
You can't tell because my phone was so terrible that you can't even tell. And I actually remember taking that picture thinking I was like super creative in that minute. But like my skin and my shirt and my sequin stripe and my feet are all the same colors.
It's funny to look at these because, like, if you were to just randomly say this to a normal human being and not a Beachbody coach, they'd be like, "Oh my God, how vain are you? Like, so picky about."
I know.
So
I would never have noticed before. You know, like it never would have occurred to me like that was a crappy picture. I'd have been like, "Why is that person showing her pants on Facebook?" Unfollow. Yeah, so here is a scab.
So gross.
I'm the coolest coach in America. And I tagged specific people in it so they would see it. This is what happens when Kate says, find posts.
Oh yeah, we used to do this. I used to do these things all the time. Yep. That's like Rana or something like that.
Super busy, super loud, not easy to read at all.
Yeah, done that before.
This was does not serve any purpose but to show my friend this koozie cup. Like, how is that good for my business?
At least it's got water and not beer in it.
That's true. That's true.
You may have gotten more engagement if it had beer in it.
Absolutely.
True.
I got 11 likes. Winning. Oh crap. Where did it? I had a really good one. No. Oh, this one. This one was special. Look, this font came with pictures on it. So we have picture, graphics, and words, and no person.
But let me just add, like, if you were to have, like, and you do it now, like, lined up the jars, had good lighting, like, then like, it'd be a completely different post.
Yeah, but at that time, it wouldn't have occurred to me to turn on the under counter lights and the range hood and like make it look pretty.
Yeah.
I was just like, cool, and words, yes.
And a measuring cup.
Yes, I have a girl that I went to college with, her husband that's a Beachbody coach on another team, and she puts words on her face. Like, she'll take a picture of herself and puts words like this across her face. And I'm like, oh, like, it hurts my heart every time she does it. I like lose my breath a little bit because I'm like, don't put words on your face.
Stop it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. This one was my personal fave. I mean, the sequin pants were awesome, and the staff.
Potential behind it. That's the thing. I see the potential behind it. It's just, you know, people sign up and they're like, this is what they think it should look like because they want to catch people's attention and they want to, you know, I don't even know, but that's what everybody does. And so
So I'll show you this just for the sake of page review, because Kate was talking about how we were analyzing like our engagement and stuff. And as we were talking, I was listening to you guys just now. I was flipping through looking for posts, and this is what I found. And I'll see if I can make my page work. Okay, not this one. Yes, this one. So I scrolled through, and even just in this first section, how many of my pictures look the exact same?
I see 2, 3,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
1, I might be attracted to Raina because I only wear black and gray t-shirts. But, you know, that affects your engagement right there too. And if I'd done that, you know what I mean? If I'd looked at that 2 weeks ago or something, maybe I could have stopped myself from.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, people, if you were to do this consistently forever, like, people are going to get to a point where they're like, there's another selfie. You know what I mean? Like, we have to mix it up. We can't.
Right. And so, I mean, like, if I go down, that looks totally different.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, you could tell that, like, my husband had surgery and I didn't like my children, and I was laying on the floor crying because I needed a break. So I was making posts out of whatever I had in my brains at that minute.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all I did was hit photos, and it pulled that up, and you can review it just like you can on Instagram. So.
And I mean, I recommend everybody, like, I don't follow a lot of coaches anymore. Just because, you know, you kind of get to a point where you play that comparison game and it's just not fun at a certain point. But as a new coach starting out, like, you kind of have to look at the people that are successful in the business, follow them for a little while, see what they're doing, see what's working for them, and then duplicate that. Not exactly, but get an idea of what your post should look like, what your content should look like. One thing I do that I got from Amy Silverman probably a year or so ago, right when I started really digging into Instagram, is she was like, I don't follow any coaches. She said, I follow people on Instagram who I am attracted to, who I look at their page and I'm like, I want their life, basically. So I follow a lot of people who I don't even know if they sell anything. It's just like there's this one chick I follow who I'm obsessed with, and she's got tattoos like from head to toe, and she's adorable and tan, and she always posts pictures out in nature and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's what I want my life to look like. So those are the people I'm following for inspiration for different poses and pictures and just sharing things in general, if that makes sense. Ashley had a question. When thanking for likes, is it always?
Oh,
Go ahead.
I was messaging her back, but yeah, you
Oh.
go ahead.
Okay. Well, she said, when thanking people for likes, is it always just helping fitness posts? I have a whole lot of different people liking my other posts about me, kids, guns, crafts, etc. Not sure what to ask at the end without having it feel most awkward. Kate, what would you say? Because I usually just do.
So the most common one is the eclipse right now. I'm sure every single person, if you're not posting about current events, not political events, current events,
Touch on that.
stop it. Nope, don't go there yet. Just hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna pause.
All right, pause. So like the most common one was back to school or the solar eclipse. And so my conversation yesterday was, thanks so much for supporting my solar eclipse memes yesterday. I know they're kind of silly, but they made me smile. Were you able to get out and see totality, or what kind of coverage did you guys have? And so I got a ton of people that have never ever, I've like sent like 5 messages to some of these people with no response. And they're like, oh my God, we had total totality. And everybody was like, oh, it rained. It was awful. And I mean, it's just a conversation starter. So she says she posts about kids, guns, and crafts. I have no idea about any of those things. Like, I would say, hey, did the eclipse turn your kids into monsters? You know, like, do you have a safe space in your house to store guns, or have you ever shot a gun before? You know, like just things like that.
If you're crafting, saying, hey, do you knit also, or whatever craft you're doing? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Just ask an open-ended question to get them to respond, really, to learn more about them too.
Yeah. All right, I swear to God, this moon thing is effing my entire house up right now.
Talk about the political post.
Yeah, Dexter, shut up. Okay, guys, I just have to say, don't start a political war by posting about Trump, by posting about Hillary, by posting about Nazis, by posting about any of this stuff. Like, that does not move your business forward. In fact, it is going to hurt your business more than anything else you could talk about. Okay? There are certain things that, you know, you can have your opinion and that's great, but if you literally want to grow this business and want it to be your bread and butter, basically, those kinds of things, those kind of posts are poisonous to your business, and they're going to turn a lot of people away. There are a few coaches, and I will not name names, but every single day I'm seeing stuff about this and about that and about Trump and about Nazis and about wars and about, and I'm like, I had to hide them from my newsfeed, and they are on my team. Like, those kinds of things are not attracting people. So there's like a list of things, politics and abortion, like all these things. Like, just keep it happy, okay? Like, don't post something that's gonna, I don't even know how to word it. I really don't even know how to word what I want to say. Just don't do those things, okay? Kate, how did I word it okay? I don't even know what to say about it other than just to yell.
I think, if I can interrupt, I think I know exactly what, sorry, my daughter's going through the Legos. I think what you're trying to say is people are looking to us to bring light into their world and not to add to the darkness. Like, that's one of the things that I try to do. Please stop with the Legos. Hands up. That's one of the things that I try to really keep very, 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 like, first and foremost on my mind. Am I adding to somebody's negativity or positivity? Hands up. If I'm doing what everybody else is doing, I'm not doing my part.
Yep. Olga said it 100%. We are there to bring positivity and the light to people, not to bring people down and create this dispute and this debate publicly on Facebook. Like, keep it to yourself or hide it from everybody. Okay. Thank you. Olga.
Or talk about it in private messages too.
Yes.
Instead of posting it on your, talk about it with people that like that stuff.
Yep. Because if I'm going to somebody, so say we have something in common. Say I find somebody on a colitis page or something, and they look, think, and act like me. Like, they look like the part, like they look like somebody I'd genuinely be interested in or like to have on my team. So I reach out to them, or I click on their profile, and then all I see is that shit. Immediately, I'm turned off. Immediately. Like, it's not even close to someone I would pursue for a friendship, for a coaching opportunity, for a challenge group, for anything. Because it's just super tacky and super inappropriate. Okay? Hope that made sense.
Yeah, I'm texting with Amber, and I'm gonna destroy your last name, Willoughby, maybe. Texting with her a little bit right now, and she's looking for somebody to go back and forth with on her page. So if you think that your page needs a review and you would like to team up with Amber, then go ahead and send her a private message or comment in the group chat or send her a private Zoom message and set that up. So yeah, no, I think that honestly, we used to do calls like this a lot, which is kind of like critique my page. I thought this was a little bit softer than those once were, which is always kind of a nice way for our team to go. So yeah, but I mean, I think that we all get kind of stuck in that rut of my life's not that interesting to share about. And really, I think Lisa said it best. She's just trying to inspire somebody enough to send her a message. She's trying to connect with somebody enough on a real level that says, that girl can really help me. Like that girl gets me. And so that's a huge responsibility when you're sitting there from 7 to 9 p.m. thinking about what the heck do I post. And yes, it is a huge responsibility because what we do is we change people's lives. I see Olga sitting on this call, and if I wouldn't have reached out to Olga, I have no idea where she would be right now. But if you go back and look at her page before January of 2016 or 15, 16, it's been so long, you would be very, very, very just impressed. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was one of those. I share everything. I mean, when I go back, hey, she waved back. Say hi, Raina.
Yeah.
Okay. No, she said. I was one of those that I look at the time hop now, and it's like, oh my God, I whined so much about my life 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. Like 8 years ago, I was fighting with my husband every day. And it was like one of those, like, cryptic, like, if you really want to know what's going on, you're going to message me, but shit's going down type of posts. Yeah. It's a complete 180. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that. And honestly, when I'm looking for challengers and coaches, it's pretty telling if it's that negative. I know a workout's going to help you, but I don't know if I wouldn't be the one to take that on. So, I mean, also pick that up in some of the people's posts. You might want to be able to help, but they might just not be ready for all that light. So it's kind of like maybe you wait a little longer before you send some of those invites.
Or, hey, I have the perfect coach I'm going to set you up with. Her name's Kate.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Anybody else have any questions or anything before I let you guys go? This is a long call and I loved it. Did it help? Even a little bit? Okay, good. Good. Well, everybody needs to go out and change their profile picture now and their cover photo and go clean up their profile. And yeah, Camry, are you raising your hand? Okay. I saw a little thing and I was like, is that Camry? I think you're unmuted. I can't hear you. Never mind. Ah. Can anybody hear her? No. Can you type it? Sorry. I'll let her type it. Wasn't the title of this call the best? It's funny. Just typing. Bear with me here. You're good. And we'll do this again. Like Kate said, we used to do the calls that were called, like, what were they called? Critique my page. And so we would get on and people would unmute and be like, we look at my page, and we would go through and literally just like tear their page apart and rip them a new one. But no, it was super beneficial, I think. How would you recommend sharing a challenger's transformation? I mean, for challengers too, I would share the same thing. I think I personally like to share transformations as call to actions. Personally, whether it's mine or someone else's. But I know a lot of coaches kind of just do it to plant seeds, but I think they're the most effective when you can say, hey, check out this chick's results. I'm looking for women, yada, 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 yada. You know what I mean? But I would do it as often as, like I said, like would share it, if you look at your Instagram and you haven't had a transformation picture, share a challenger. And then once it goes down, if you haven't had a transformation picture, share yours. Like, I think that most of the time, from my experience anyway, I get the most success and the most interests from my own journey. And Cameron, you have a freaking badass transformation. So, I mean, I would share the crap out of it. But maybe once a month or once every couple weeks or something like that, if you wanted to share a challenger's transformation so that people can see that you're helping them also, it's not just you, then I think that's important too. For sure. That help? Okay. All right. Well, I am going to let everybody go. I have a call with Amber, who is still so patiently on this team call right now. So I'm going to hop off so I can chat with her, and I will get the recording posted ASAP. And yeah, I hope you guys had a good time, and I hope we didn't hurt any feelings. All hearts and loves and unicorns and mermaid tails, rainbows and butterflies. All right. And I'm out. Night, guys. Bye.